And we're back. Okay, so let's see. What else can we do? We have Tanaber Steps. Nah, we're not going to get into that today. Well, not at this time of the month. Be better, in my opinion, to hit that up after like the first, after you visit your kingdom, square everything that needs to be squared, and then go from there.
Adventures can wait.
Yeah, we're doing that tired thing again. Remember, just because you take that lesser restoration doesn't cure you, period. It causes problems still. So you people get tired. I don't want to go back to base. We're definitely going to take a knee here. Let's go up to the... towards... whatever this mess is. Gonna explore our kingdom. Because this is our kingdom. I don't like this overland map here. It's nice. You can zoom around with your mouse a little bit. I don't like that it doesn't clearly delineate your territory. I really wish it'd make a solid black line to let you know. That would have been extremely helpful, but whatevs. Again, we have more stuff here.
Oh, time to get some rest, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that time. Alright, quick spell book. Check. Remember, I just upgraded myself, so I have another spell slot. Always check for that. What am I going to take? Do an intensified snowball for 7d6 of damage. I don't get 8d6 because it's a conjuration spell, not an evocation spell. I can do Scorching Ray. I'm level 7. I get 2 beams. I'm not great at that, but it's a possibility. I can do Frigid Touch, though. And again, that staggered effect comes in handy. Let's actually do that. Never hurts to have another melee touch attack at your beck and call. We need to rest. Everybody's where they need to be, right? We're using rations again, so we're saving on time. Do your best. Something that you can find in the game that's particularly useful for the undead, by the way, is there's at least 1 or 2 pieces of gear that's like a really nice buff, but a penalty to your con by like leaps and bounds, like -8. Like, who the hell would take this? And then it dawned on me when I was playing the game before, you know, Jaethal doesn't have con, so that doesn't impact her in the slightest. And sure enough, she can wear it. Well, now my undead mistress here, she can do the same thing. And again, like I said, there's 2 pieces of gear like that. Only borrow. That sounds like a fun place. We're getting close on days. Maybe we'll check that out. And we probably need to head back to town, right? Fight! We'll check that one out here before too long. I think Lonely Borrow's a tough one, and that'll be fun. That means cheap XP for the whole team. Ways to outlevel everybody else. Dora, what can you do to piss these guys off? I could poison them. While, again, I'm not protected or no one else on the team is except for her. They could be in one combat round. But probably more likely than not, we are going to just summon stuff. So let's just start with nice. Judy.
A fine
Do
use
that
of
thing you
my
kick ass at.
talents.
Let's take a look at that attack. 11, very, very nice, sir. Should come over here. Eliza. Puppies for them to attack. And these guys go ham on their attacks, so it's going to get crazy here. Unfortunately, this one's almost dead already, as you can see. And these aren't like true hiders where you have to actually behave yourself and lop off all the heads at the appropriate whatever. So, between the puppies and the skeleton horde here, we should be fine. Thank God she can tank. 25, man. They could have hit that. That would have been a 16 or better. They got 5 attacks. So, that's a thing. Let's do a quick bless. You're going to come up here, Sunshine, in case you need to help out a little. Juby. Oh, weaken this one.
Clever ploy.
Okay.
Do not hold back. We shall
Here, help your
overcome.
skeleton buddies. Puppy. Making short work of our pets. It's okay. That's what they're here for. And setting up sneak attack alone. A fight that could have been dangerous for a team of 6. Inconsequential because of our pets. Just amazing. Really, really love this team. You'll also find, again, this is not the best team. Inquisitors are awesome. There is a cleric that also has the ability to summon pets very similarly to what we're doing here. Not quite as cool, because it's not a spell-like ability, it's just spells. But they could slot those spells, and it's pretty awesome. Druids can summon spells, or summon different kind of pets. So that's a thing. And then, I'm just going back because it's the beginning of the month. And then, sorcerers, you can have sorcerers that have summon spells. So again, while we're doing well with our subpar team here, a sorcerer would be better than our Eldritch Scoundrel, in my opinion. And as far as summoning and spells in general. But the cleric would probably be doing better than our Inquisitor and could do like AoE heals. So we have all kinds of stuff that we're good at. We're just not great. I like making teams that are subpar, that are challenged at least a little bit. You know, we out-level the content, but we're still not the best possible team, because we could steamroll with a couple of like really uber characters. Of a duo, I could have like a really good paladin build that's like part monk, part paladin, part something else, and just crush this game. And then I could do, you know, like a 1-level scaled fist monk dip. 2 levels I think you need of paladin to get the cool feat that I would need. Maybe it's 3 levels, and then go the rest in like some kind of charismatic sorcerer build. You literally get to be super badass. You get the right feats, and you can wear armor even. You got some fighting ability in you, and you have like amazing armor without having to wear armor. So pretty awesome. Okay, selling that stuff because it's heavy. I don't need the Masterwork short stuff. No one's going to use that Dwarven War Axe. We'll give the kukris to the right people. Padded armor +1, that's nothing. That's fodder. Book to sell. Keeping that one in case I need it. Book to sell. Book to sell. Selling a book. Some of my books. And these ones, no one will take them for money, so there's no reason to sell them. Yeah. Not bad. We could buy that other bag of holding. The full bag of holding. Not the greater, but the full one. This one is as good as both of these combined. Because these do 100 each. This does 200. So with this one added to the list, we basically have an invisible 400 pounds that we get to carry. Plus Jubilo's hat, which is another 200. So basically the equivalent to this little bad boy. So you could literally have 100, 200, 400, 600 extra carrying capacity on your team with just 4 magic items. So, you know, we could literally be so light that we're still in the 0 category, waiting to acquire enough garbage to tout around. And that's pretty cool, I think. And I think, like I said, there is a greater bag of holding. I'm going to give... He has Scimitar. He's got Family Heirloom and Scimitar. So we'll just give him this one, though, for the fact that it's the Keen. He's not as good at swinging it, but it's 18 to 20 versus 15 to 20. It's less damage, but again, 1d4 versus 1d6, you never really notice that mess. He could eventually dual wield, but that's a massive penalty for him right now. But again, that could be interesting. But there's going to be a guy that we get that does kukris, so we just basically keep this on hand. I want to give this back to Lindsay, because she's cool like that. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm going to give her the leather +2. I'm going to give him this guy. Yeah, give him the ability to cast Bark Skin on himself. This will give him a nice armor class bump because he don't have a necklace. And I was going to give him the weird freaky helmet. Cold Iron Dagger, we'll just keep that handy for in case we need to equip it for a fight. Chain shirt. Anyone need that chain shirt? Lindsay can use the chain shirt. It's better. Boom. And then from there we'll sell the leather +2. Yeah. Alright. You can have that. I don't even need the kukri +1. Is there... anything that smacks of being useful for clerics, or stealth. I mean, I'm still of a mind that we should just buy some more BP. Remember, it's 80 bucks, so always go into the 80 category and just get yourself like 100. It takes a big chunk every time you do it, but if you do it every so often, when you can have that, I don't need that. If you do it every so often, you come back and suddenly you'll have that 1500 for that kingdom upgrade. Definitely worth doing. We're going to do a quick once over inside here. Probably going to rest here just to get all our stuff refreshed. It'll burn a day anyway, and I want to do that to be here at the first of the month in case Bakken stops by to give me a potion or ask me what I want. Because he can give you a really useful... He's an alchemist, just like Jubilost. And he can give you, if you ask for it, he will custom make you a ring. If he gives you the right one, the ring is actually called the acerbic, A-C-E-R-B-I-C, something like that, acerbic ring. And the acerbic ring, hey there, is, let's say, the acerbic ring gives like any alchemist that throws bombs another +1 d6, I think, to their bombs. So Jubilost can do more damage just by wearing a ring, basically, is what I'm telling you. Okay, so we did that. Just wanted to check to make sure there wasn't something to be done. Doing our rest. Hop out on here. Is there anything I need to drop off in the kitty before we start leaving again? Oh. Yeah, we got all kinds of booze to chuck. This stuff is heavy. That's why I drop the food until I know that I'm going to start officially camping. Oops, I don't want to do the book. I start doing that so that I can literally be lighter. When I start camping, I usually like taking like a full team, and then I will go crazy on that. So I'm going to take this, this, and this, and I'm going to literally drop you off here, here, and here. Remember, keeping our dead zone so we can always check to see if an artisan dropped off some stuff. Anything else? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, I was going to check the date. I can actually just do that over here, but prove to myself on the big map that it's the 1st of the month. Yep, no one showed up. Nothing horrible happened. No events suddenly arose, so we have time to dilly-dink around. Now, we still have quests to do. What do we got to do? Troll Trouble. Need to do that. The more they stick around there, the more problem we have. We need to locate an ancient outpost still. Beneath the stone lands, that's Tenebris stuff. We could do the Tenebris stuff. I can actually show you that. That might be the worst idea ever. Still surprised they haven't come back and reported to us, quite frankly.
Follow if you dare.
But it's what it is. Let's think. Troll stuff. Oh, the Tenebris Depths. Or that Lonely Barrow that we just found a moment ago. Lonely Barrow is going to be tough, so I say we pass on that for the time being. Tenebris Depths is tough, don't kid yourself. I mean, we got a killer team, to be sure, but we could still get our butts handed here. This is really tough content stuff. So you definitely want to have someone that has delayed poison, you want someone that can remove diseases, or have lesser restoration at a moment's notice, so we're really kind of subpar for that. We have the Hodag Lair that I said I wanted to do, and we have this cool Swamp Witch's hut. I don't remember if we've gotten everything from the Ruined Watchtower. Let's bounce through that area one more time, just to prove to ourselves there's not something that we needed to grab there. Oh, and of course something showed up. You stink. Well, we're doing this, and then we'll have to go back to base. That's not cool. Well, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go scum save it back to the base, burn another day, and then maybe I'll even just explore on the open map just a little bit to keep in our area, and then do whatever quest it is. So pass on that. I don't want to deal with running all the way back, because that's like half a day wasted. Keep in our area. Wait for this little timer to kick in and give us our little red flag of whatever. I have all my spells. Oh, we didn't do this before the rest? What day is this? Ah, hell. I didn't save after like a dummy.
In due time.
Okay, now we down. What? The hell? Why are we still on the 30th? I did rest. That's screw it. That's weird. Okay. Anyway, and I also forgot to grab supplies, so we might as well do that as well. I forgot to drop off the hooch. Damn, where is the save file? Hold on a second. Auto save on the first. Auto save over here, so we're going to delete that one. It says we've auto saved on the first. Here, let's delete these and go back to this first here. That's when we rested. Delete that. Delete you. Delete you. Load you. Okay. And we'll do a quick save here in a second. Sorry guys, this is the nitpicky stuff that you have to do to really make sure you cover your bases. We're going to drop off all our hooch. And food. Okay, take these three back. Put them down here. And you, sir. Okay, I'm going to quick save it. Nothing happens here, so I can either burn a day to get that icon to pop back up to tell us whatever the hell it wanted to tell us, or wrong area. Go get supplies, roam around our territory, so we're within our legal bounds of our territory, so that when the flag shows up, I can just click that little button on the side over here. So we're going to the main square. We gotta go buy some camping supplies so we can take another knee or two. Since we're going to be gone probably after this little flag goes up, we'll probably be gone for like a week, so we should probably take a good 12 camping supplies total, so we could rest 3 separate times and never have to worry about burning up the clock if we so choose. Notice there are houses in the area, something I keep forgetting to show you guys. And like I said, this is our way of robbing our people. So you can literally have done this a long time ago. Just come through, steal from them. They basically bow and say, "Welcome, Grace, take our shit." And it's just so weird. I don't understand why this is in the game. It's so creepy. Reg and Octavia, if you want to talk to them to learn more about their quest. Is there another house right here? Yep. So again, ooh, and hey. Ooh, hey, that was money.
I'm there.
That was something I wanted. I didn't even know that was there, guys. And rubies, I don't know. I mean, we can sell them for sure, but I don't know if rubies are sellable. There's, excuse me, something you should sell. I say it the proper way. Here's another house. Another house. And the exit. That's Cassie's, or Canera and Kaliki's house. They're proper names. And Tristan's, of course, out here too. Dilly nicking around. Valerie. Hop on in here. Steal from these nice folk. Thank you for your food. Love your veggies. Gold and silver.
Follow if you dare.
Over here. It's so weird that they let you steal from your own people like this. I mean, if we were the evil Baron...
That was easy.
Oh my god, that's a light mace +1. What the hell is going on?
I'm there.
Anyway. Stuff to sell. If we were the evil Baron, I would think that would probably be more appropriate, because it's like, screw you, I'm stealing your shit and nothing you can do about it. So we did sell the ruby. Hopefully we don't need to buy it back from this guy, because it's 4 times as much if you have to buy things back. And we may find more, so I'm not worried about that. I'm going to get rid of some of these books that are heavy. I know I already have this one in my kitty, so I'm going to sell him this one. And he'll always have it if I need to buy it back. It ain't the worst thing in the world. 4, so I need ascending order 8 of these. Like so. That's still not that bad. I feel pretty good about that. Still got plenty of money. I could literally buy a solid magic item. Like, you don't have it anymore. Oh, he did. There's the ruby. Nice money, right? That was a solid. And again, every time I see stuff like that, I just think BP. Oh, that's nice. I could make so many buildings with that. Buildings, honestly, are not the worst thing, or the most important thing really for you to build. Buildings are usually just to give you a static bonus to push you up and over the top. And then you go from there. Quick save again, so I don't have to mess with that. But by and large, it's really the opportunities and the problems that you solve when you get the success or the triumphs, and they give you a static bonus again. Oh, you got +3 to your economy for solving this problem. Awesome. That's better than like 3 buildings. And it didn't cost you any BP to do it in most cases. So we'll do the Lonely Barrows another time. Arbor Rock, we're not even available to us yet. That seems weird. I have to probably come up here and loop around some weird-ass path to get to it. I don't want to do the Tenebrous Depths for you right now because it is a little tricky. We'll come and do the Verdant Chambers solo, of course, later, but we'll get the path to it, do the Ruined Towers, and the Hodag's Lair today. So let's dilly dink in our region. Have I collected this yet? Available for claiming. Sounds like we want to go that way. If you click it and it doesn't let you go there, it's because it really needs you to physically make yourself go there. Okay, +1 to loyalty. Sounds good. About this. Let's go this way. We want to unlock our stuff on our map anyway until this little flag shows up. Outsider territory. This is actually the normal marches. Okay. No problem. Our flag's ready, so we just need to get back into our area. Click it. Unless it requires us to be physically in the throne room. We just need to assign somebody. Problem. Troll signs. Here we go. Bands of marauding trolls have been seen throughout the region. The people are frightened and beg for protection. So we need Reg to get on that. And how much time do we have to do that? The beginning of next month. So we literally have all month to put him on this job. So obviously the sooner the better. He's done in a day. I could skip a day, but why bother? We're already exploring. We'll explore again within our region. Do a quick save. When it hits the next day, he'll have completed his quest, and another flag will show up. So let's go to here.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
Not yet, Juju boy. Want to complete some paths. There we go. Since we're killing time, we might as well head back to here. And there's our flag, but we'll get there in a moment anyway. No big rush. Event outcomes and consequences. Event blah blah blah. Triumph. The dice roll is 7 points or more above the difficulty level. That's awesome. Again, that includes your bonus. Success, of course, meaning you make the DC check or higher. Failure, and then of course disaster. Right. So success and triumphs again, really useful. Each success or triumph increases the stat the assigned advisor is responsible for by 3. So again, if I have a success or a triumph for Jubilost, who's the economist, +3 to economy. See that? That's awesome. So we're going right to throne room, and there's probably a cutscene. Well, maybe a cutscene.
Adventures can wait.
Reg, you busy? No? Then I got something for you. Ragangar stretches his shoulders like he's ready for a fight. You may have killed the Stagler, but it's too early to kick back and relax. There's still plenty of bandits walking your lands. They still think it's their home. Let me get some more soldiers before they cut through the ones we have and leave us with nothing. The half-orc squints. You know which ones you need? Not the big dumb guys. No, you need fighters who want power. They'll serve you well. And if any should grow too bold, Ragangar sneers suddenly, I'll hang them from the trees. Okay, so now we have 3 choices. Or do your own decision, basically appease him. But I'm going to pick again from there. Notice the choice effects. Strength in numbers. Open unrestricted recruitment. Basically anybody can come. These guys suck. You don't want them. Select the strongest and most skillful recruits. I need real fighters. Talented recruits is the project you get from this. That's helpful, and it is useful. But Select those who have ambition. Soldiers who dream of glory and rank always serve better. I'm not sure that this is the best one, but I'd say it's number 2 or number 3. I think I want number 3, ambition. Groundguard grants, I like your attitude. I'll go get busy. Alright, buddy. Remember, he's the general of our army. So that's why he came to you with that. Hop on in, and you'll see that we talked to him. We probably got a bonus for that. Nice. Military +4, event of the month. Very, very nice. Military is now at 22, so again, we can do a rank up for it, just like we can for loyalty. Reg is our military guy, so we could rank him up. But again, while that's helpful, we still need that economy to 21st, so we can get it up to a rank 2. Another bonus to military because he sought an audience with us and happily chatted with him about that. Now for projects, support the general's endeavors. This is his rank up. Remember, it takes me and him, and it takes 14 days. We burn the clock from day 3 to day 17. Just fly through, and all this stuff that people are working on, like here and here, these guys will be done in 14 days, right? These guys will complete their quests. So you want to do that. You want to scum save first, then select that rank up. Again, notice we can do Tristan too, but he's busy right now. We have an economy upgrade. Ambitious recruits, that's the one that we were talking about. Notice what it does. +2 bonus to solve events with the general. Boom. However, every time this results in failure or disaster, lose 1 military point. Not an issue, and here's why. We're scum saving it. We're never going to have a failure or disaster for this shit. Unless I just can't complete the quest for some weird-ass reason. So this is a solid upgrade. It takes 14 days to do it. Plenty of time. Remember, though, we do have this. And it takes 28 days. It doesn't have to be done by the 1st of next month. It just needs to be started by the 1st. So if I do this one with him now, here's my problem. It ties him up for this entire month. Till either the 31st or the 1st, however many days are in this month. Probably 30. So probably the 1st of next month. And that's fine. It's a problem. It needs to be solved. But if I do this economy one, it's done in 14 days. Costs us BP. I don't care. And in 14 days, on the 17th, I then will complete this quest, and then I can put him on this one. You see that? So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so make sure, again, go to the right one, start that project. So now he's done in 14 days. And again, if I had someone else that I could rank up besides him or Tristan, I could literally burn those 14 days like boom, boom right now and just be done with like all kinds of these projects and events. But we're not. But the point is now we have 11 to 12 days to 14 days to go putz around in our kingdom. I'm cool with that. That gives us a chance to either do the troll stuff we were just talking about, or Tenebrous Depths. We clearly need to rest, but I think we can probably push our luck a little bit to get on the open road. I am going to take another pack of 4 supplies, though, since we are going to be going for about 11 days. It probably will behoove us to take another pack of 4. Okay? So that's, I have 12 right now, so we'll be 16 packs of camping supplies. So that's 4 full rests with our team of 4 where we don't have to hunt at all. That's awesome. That means we just go on the road and do stuff. And I still may rest here because it really is annoying to go out with everybody already tired. But it's what it is. Yeah, I know I will rest. I know what I'm going to do. See what you have. Camping supplies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Okay. How we doing? Doing good. We're medium weight, but that's just because it's just me on the team right now, so that's why. But we're going to do that rest thing. And then we'll bounce out of here with all fully fresh, all our spells and our team raring to go. So let's head over to that Hodag lair. No, Ruined Watchtower. We wanted to do that first to make sure we didn't leave any treasure. Scope the area out, look for trolls, all that jazz. And then we'll head over probably towards the Hodag's lair unless something else crops up. I got some more food I can drop off. Notice we have diamond dust, by the way. That is a material component. And leave our dead zone so in case something shows up. Nobody leveled up. Always check to make sure you ain't got like a plus on somebody. Head on out with our team of 4. Alright, let's see. So, Ruined Watchtower. That'll be our first stop. That's, you just might as well just straight up click. So it takes damn near a day to get there. So we'll probably be tired as we get there, but I'm not going to rest until we scope it out a little bit. Okay. Now I don't anticipate trouble unless I see some kind of signs of trouble, so I'm not going to buff up, you know, like the mutagen or anything like that. I suppose I could use like a shield spell because I have like 2 on my character. And I also have the extend meta magic rod. I got to remember that I can use that. So for instance, that's this here. And then this. Shut it back off and notice that it's double the duration. So I got a 14-minute buff on me. That's going to be good enough. Let's see. Nothing appears to be different just by looking at the map. I should probably not be looking at the map while I do this though. Okay, we have a dog.
Follow if you can.
Looks like he wants us to follow him. Let's do that thing. Hey, puppers. What's the matter? Timmy stuck in the well? This is our other teammate, Ekandayo. Okay, so now he's going to be fun. Ekandayo, following the strange wolf, you climb the top of the hill where you see a black-skinned man sitting under a spreading bush. The wolf runs up to him and sits near, whimpering.
Whom you brought? Get lost, dog. You're not needed here.
He raises his arm as if it hit the wolf, but the animal doesn't even try to dodge, still whining. The man's hand goes down, never finishing the blow. The man staggers to his feet, and you notice there's blood soaking the right side of his leather leggings. He's very tall and rather lanky. While he stands before you, leaning on his bow, his hurt leg trembles slightly, and the right side of his leggings darkens again with fresh bleeding. Nevertheless, the man doesn't reveal his pain, except for a strained jaw and heavy gaze.
Ekundayo.
What's up, Ekundayo? I'm Dora. I'm the Baron of these lands. Nice to meet you.
Ekun for decent ones. Are you decent?
You're bleeding. We need to patch you up.
Patched up already. This wound isn't the deadliest.
You're not local, are you?
The name gave it up. Or my skin color. Yes. Bred and nourished up away from here.
Why is your wolf whining?
Not mine.
Yes, I am a friend. So what are you doing here?
Sitting. Waiting. Hunting.
Who? Can I help you?
Lured your curiosity. Saves me right. We'll start again. The name's Ekandayo. Ekun for decent ones. Used to be a carpenter in the Bristle Hill village. Trolls attacked. Killed everyone but me. We'll show them that was a mistake.
He's pissed at trolls, so he's going to be one of our troll hunters.
They all deserve death. Kargad most of all. Rock troll. He led them.
Rock trolls are tougher than regular trolls, not fire immune, acid immune, but they are tougher, hit harder. And that's the one, remember that if they're in the sunlight, they turn into rock. Like that rock statue we saw over at Wizards. So he's a really tough nut to crack, so we're going to have a problem with that doofus. So more teammates that can fight is to our benefit. How did you get wounded?
I've been hunting trolls until they have hunted back. The wound can't stop the hunting, just slows it down.
How can a mere carpenter be chasing trolls effectively?
You were not always a baron. Here, I was not always a carpenter. Nothing to lose anymore.
Did you know that the local trolls are not afraid of fire now?
No, didn't. Fire arrows couldn't murder them. Now I know the reason. Had no chance here. Can see it now.
Why are you sitting on this hill?
Troll feet often followed this path. Can't hunt them anymore. That's why I wait. They will come here eventually.
Nice. I'm hunting trolls too. Would you like to join our efforts? Ekun's face gets a trifle calmer. You can see he's glad to hear your offer.
We'll mark on your map all the places where troll feet tread the land. Troll's lair must be somewhere nearby.
Yeah, so we got Dwarven Ruins, Cobalt Trail, and the Troll Clearing. So we're checking out those areas now.
The
Sweet.
spirit is strong, but the body falters. We'll follow you wherever you need, but this wound must be tended by healers in the capital. Don't want to burden. One more thing, before we go. Troll feet tread this path often. Would like to stay here until they appear.
Before we go, I'd like to ask you some questions.
You have my respect, but the answers shall be postponed. Swear by Dorraj the time for question will come after Kargard's last breath is drawn.
So again, this is another one of those alignment-based things, but again, your impact on how your relationship goes with him is dependent on how much you press him. Remember, he's a man of few words, obviously, so you can just agree and say, all right, or, you know, I'm more of a answer at least one question.
One.
So we can ask him, you know, what happened to his family. Obviously, that's a hurtful subject. I would not mention that. Where did you learn to use a bow? That's a safe one. You swear by Dorraj. Tell me about the trolls attacking Bristle Hill. That's a probably obvious one. That might reveal, you know, why his family's not with him. Let's just be simple. Let's do what's wrong with your wolf.
Not mine. Never wanted a pet. Never needed one. But couldn't slay the trolls. Defend the village. Just called for help. Everything grew dark for a moment. Fainted. Came back with the tongue of this dog on my face.
So the dog saved him.
An answer was promised, and you got it. It's hard to remember the past now. You'll get all the answers after Kargard's last breath is drawn. That is a promise.
Stay in ambush. This is a great place for an ambush. Let's wait. 3 hours pass. And that will burn up your time on any buffs that you had, so it's actually lucky we didn't buff up. So here he's on our team. So is Dogger. So make sure you stand back. Buff up. You see he's clearly wounded, so obviously we'd like to heal him. Don't want him getting his ass handed to him. He's good with the bow, so we'll probably want to check that out as well. I'm definitely going to make the poison trick here. So, everyone but Ekin can stand in the back, same with Doggo. We'll stay outside of the range. We're going hog wild here because we're probably going to have to take a knee here before too long. I'll probably save the cat's race, that's probably not necessary. Ekin, he has spells too. Like Aspect of the Falcon, which makes him better with his bow. Long Strider, which just basically makes him move faster, but it's a decent buff. 1 hour per level. Now the level's not going to be amazing because while he's not level 2, he's a level 2 for casting because rangers don't progress as much. So if you look at his spellbook, you'll see he's caster level 2, but he's level 5. Okay, so that's part of that. He has decent spells, resist energy being one of the better ones, same with the late poison. Hurricane Bow allows him to upgrade his bow to a solid choice in my opinion. Let's give him this 2-minute buff for Aspect of the Falcon. Put this stuff down here since he's clearly going to be part of the team. He has rapid shots. He's got himself a healing potion. Probably steal that from him. He's got a magic bow. Probably want to give him a composite longbow before too long to get the nice strength buff. Maybe matter of fact, does she have that savage bow? She does. Okay, here you go, bro. You're savage now. Nice little damage bump for him, and it gives him those spells.
Keep your eyes open.
That we just cast on him 3 times a day. Only for a minute, but now we don't have to rely on just his spell book. So that's solid.
What's new?
You're on the... Let's do acid.
My skills are absolute.
Buffing with that. Your image, all that jazz. I don't need that one, so I'm going to have her do this shield tank for us. Everyone else can kind of hang back a little.
I stand ready.
And again, we can do the dog trick if we want to.
No one
and even the
stands in
skeleton
my
trick if we
way.
want to.
Out of my way!
Okay, Proto's on top of things right now, so let's have her delay until before the first troll attacks. Gives the skeletons a chance to run in. Maybe if we get lucky, we'll get some attacks go off. Akendayo. This is a sneak round, so we want to move and shoot.
I got you dead.
Solid hits. Let's take a look at his swing. Not bad, not bad. Even with the -2 penalty, he does really well for himself. And good damage thanks to the fact we gave him that composite bow. Alright, Pro, your turn now, hon. Why don't you do the bounce and fire stuff? You need to take a step, though, don't you? Now, can you shoot this guy? Hey. Hey, that's cool. And the branded told you to go to him, so that's good news. It would have been wasted on. Doggo, I'm going to have you come here behind the skeletons for now. Eliza, you're coming up here because you do tank for us. Let's hit him with an acid bomb. Oh, surprise round again, damn it. Forgot to move her by 5-foot increments. Juby, 5-foot step this way. I don't think your bombs are going to reach, bro. Yeah, they're just outside of your range. See the yellow? So, but he's not outside his range for his crossbow. So
A clever ploy.
there we go. Dora, your turn. Nice. One's almost down already. Skeletons. Ooh, big hug, Grady. Second.
Cannot
Focus on the branded one. He's the tough one, too. Nice. Proto. Excuse me.
Run
Acid
them
splash.
through.
Sneak attack damage. I'll go finish him off. Not quite. Excuse me, goodness. Acid bomb again. He's got a lot of it. Okay. Juby. Now you can move. Now you can do that thing you do so well. Boom. Dora, you need to move up. We're gonna have you do the cantrip on that guy. Nope. Fortunately, we've got Joker here to help solve problems.
Nowhere to run.
Okay, man, you're just boss with that bow.
Let's hear you cry.
Nice. Now, of course, loot your bodies. Always loot your bodies. Ooh, they've had having some fun people with scrolls. Now, there should not be anything left here. I don't know that for a fact. But we can probably bounce. You see we have treasure down here still that we didn't pick up the last time. So we'll take a quick gander at that. But we did pretty good for ourselves, I think, for a ragtag team. Now, yes, we have an extra person, so we're getting less XP, but it's still less than 6. So with XP share off, we're still doing good for ourselves. Yeah, see, I thought we'd left the pile of treasure here. Okay. We'll head... Alright, let's think about this. Going back to base is a waste of time. I don't want to drop off Ekin. Before we fight the trolls in their actual base, he, by the way, showed us the Dwarven ruins that Harem wants to go to, so we will have to go back to base eventually to pick up Harem. And we're keeping these two. So it'll be me, Jubilos, Ekin, and Harem. That's going to be a rough team. I may take a 5th just to have summons on my side. Probably the Inquisitor, because there's more summons than the skeletons. But skeletons are pretty boss. But I still want to explore here. So we have Swamp Witch's Hut. He gave us the Cobalt's Trail and the Troll Clearing as well. So let's check those out. We'll see what they have to offer. We've already done the bandit camp, unless there's more back there. No, we don't know.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
Cobalt Trail, Cobalt Camp. Kind of interesting. Do a quick save.
Adventures can wait.
We're clearly tired, but let's take a look at what's inside here first. Book scene. Okay, the hills seem pleasant, even welcoming. No gray doom and gloom. just walking along the path and enjoying the view of all the cute little white pyramids built out of pebblestone. Or wait, was it pebblestone? Horror of horrors, what I mistook for pebbles were polished bones. Along the path, the grass was riddled with pyramids made of polished cobalt remains. It got us to thinking, is it wise to follow such a grim path, the way marked by death itself? Defying all danger, we followed the path. Succeeded at a lore check. I didn't even know that was a possibility. That's awesome, though. Trying to brush away thoughts on who may have tossed the cobalt vertebrate and why, we quickly moved along the path leading through the Pale Hills. It didn't take long for us to reach a mountain river with a bridge crossing over it. Well, bridge may be a bit generous. It was actually just a long branch about as thick as an arm, spanning from one bank to the other. It may have been enough for a kobold to cross, since we could see another of those small bone pyramids on the far side, but it didn't look nearly strong enough for our party to cross. Before we decided to proceed, we carefully examined the river. We quickly discovered that the river was quite deep. I plunged my arm shoulder deep into the water and couldn't even feel the bed. It was fast, too. The current pulled a dry leaf off my sleeve, and it was gone from my sight in a blink. And it was cold. Very, very cold. Frankly, none of us were interested in taking a swim. We carefully examined the branch that would help us cross the river. The branch did have one thing going for it, though. Being so thick, it happened to be quite sturdy, but that didn't make the flimsy crossing any less slippery or challenging to anyone daring to set foot on it. I wonder how many kobolds have slipped on the wet bark and found a watery grave in the ice-cold river. So we could turn around. That's not our style. Choose a character. We talked it over and chose a volunteer to try crossing the river. Clearly it's going to be a mobility athletic strength check in there somewhere. She's good, great, and great. I'm good, great, and great. So basically it's me or her or Ekin. He's really good, decent, and great. I'm cool with that, and he needs to probably catch up to us in XP anyway. Ekandaya was unperturbed by the thin branch and the speeding current. After a deep breath, our volunteers set forth along the precarious crossing, one step, then another, a few feet across with no trouble, and I started to think that maybe things would be fine. That's when the branch jerked and started to shake. It was rolling over. With no time to think, all Ekandaya could do was mobility check, jump to the other side. Come on, bro, you need a 5 or greater. Yes! Oh, the lengths we'll go into in our efforts to keep our pride untarnished and our pants dry. One incredible jump and Ekandaya was on the other bank. Ekandaya took a moment to catch his breath and turned his attention back to the crossing. A nearby shrub concealed an amusing kobold contraption, a crooked ladder built from random planks and sticks. It seems the kobolds crossed the river in much the same way we had, sending their most agile companion across to fling the ladder over to the other side. Losing no more time, we crossed the river. One small pyramid made of polished cobalt bones may be a bit spooky, but it's not unbearable. But how about thousands? We found ourselves looking over a proper cobalt graveyard, each little pyramid a mark of a cobalt death, and that mark made out of their own remains. Yeesh. The real enigma, though, waited in the heart of the burial ground. The centerpiece was made of hundreds, maybe even thousands of polished bones, all put together to form the head of an enormous dragon. Imagine it. These small, nonsensical reptiles somehow managed to create a sculpture both fearsome and magnificent, such might and yet such frailty as well. If a single bone were to be removed from the foundation, this beautiful statue would crumble to dust, and I even spotted one such flimsy bone. Regardless, we'd come face to face with irrefutable proof. The kobolds, for better or worse, were changing. This news had no impact on our search for the trolls, though. The land was clearly sacred to the kobolds, and it seemed unlikely they would bring their new friends here. But how would the Baron deal with the structure we found in his realm? Destroy it. Leave it untouched. The Baron deemed it proper to respect the kobold shrine. Following my advice, the Baron adjusted the dangerously loose bone in the hope of reinforcing the remarkable composition. His Grace was standing to leave when a glint from the dragon's jaw drew his attention. Carefully reaching inside, the Baron pulled out what seemed to be a dirty stone. Beneath an outer layer of clay, we found a large, finely cut emerald. It seemed the kobold spirits decided to grant us a gift. Stowing the offering in his bag, the Baron turned and left. We dutifully followed our leader, and soon the bizarre kobold burial ground was far behind us. Well, alright. That was pretty badass. Let's go to the kobold camp, shall we? Looks like the fastest way there is to cut right. If you click on it and you see that the path is lighting up this way, that's your cue. Ekin's not tired yet. That doesn't mean I want to be tired when we go into here. So we will probably rest before going in. Matter of fact, we are. Quick save first. Press R.
Adventures can wait.
Ekin can hunt for us. We'll still use rations, but he'll probably find us something. And again, she'd probably be better at it. Yeah. So let's put him on watch. I'd rather make sure that we don't burn up too many rations. That's cool. We only use 2. I'm fine with that. Let's get it. And we have Ancient Curse Part 2. Spire Invasion has been dealt. Something. Curse gains power. Talk to the priest. Okay, something we'll have to do when we go back to camp. And again, we need to go back to get Harem anyway. So that's going to be a thing. Let's go inside here. We probably should go back for Harem after this, matter of fact. And the reason I say that is he needs to get leveled up just like Harem, or just like Jubilos and just like Ekin does. If we're trying to keep it to the 4, I want those 4 to be strong-ish. So we'll need to make sure they're good. You see a gang of kobolds resting around a campfire. When they finally notice you, they jump up and start scuttling around, making a mess and bumping into each other, all the while muttering something in their hissing language. One kobold emerges from the swarming crowd. His scales are a touch lighter than those of his companions. On closer inspection, he seems to be extremely old. His skin is dry and lifeless, and he clearly lost some of his scales long ago. Oh, poor guy. There's something curious about this kobold. He seems to be calm, confident, and wise? Jubilos frowns and folds his hands. You would do well to watch these yobos, he mutters, teeth clenched. They'll try to steal your cart as soon as you turn your back. That's just the way they are. Slarags. The old kobold hisses. The rest of the kobolds immediately calm down. Greetings, he says, addressing you and sticking out his hand. Greetings. Greetings. Eats. No eats. Don't eats. I'll shake the kobold's hand. Greetings. You shake the old kobold's hand. It's slimy and cold. Ew. He continues to stare, his eyes still yellow and emotionless. Kobolds, humans, love. I'm going to have to pull my hand back here, bro. I don't swing that way. Men's, luff, kobold. Tartuk, king, search. The old kobold seems to have paid his piece, so he just continues to stare at you with cold, still eyes. Tartuk, what a familiar name. Tell me, do you know the story of the Suitscale kobold tribe? The kobold seems to not understand a single word you're saying, but reacts to the word Suitscale. Suitscale, bad, not friend. Good, because we killed him. Alright, let's get this sorted out. All the kobolds are staring at you now, no blinking or movement among them. It's starting to get uncomfortable. Tartuk trolls love. Search Tartuk kobold. Looks like they're looking for him. Oh, we succeeded at a wisdom check. Probably our friend. Over several minutes, you managed to piece together that these kobolds are looking for their king, Tartuk, who is lost somewhere. After several minutes beyond that, you deduce that this Tartuk somehow managed to befriend some trolls. Tartuk, is that the purple bastard who tried to abscond with my cart? And to top that off, he's apparently the best friend of friends with some trolls, Jubilos frowns. It's your choice, of course, but it seems to me that our best option would be to force this gang to disperse. Why are you looking for Tartuk? King, the old kobold answers. Tartuk, trolls, kobold love. Okay. I don't know, man. We could turn them away. Point toward the Hodag's lair. Yes, I saw Tartuk that way. Go to the Hodag's lair and let them get eaten. I understand your plight, but I fear I can't help you. I'm going to have to go with neutral good. I'm no friend to trolls. I'll kill them and anyone who helps them. You should return from where you came for your own sake. The old kobold steps back in fear. Tartuk, king, love. Humans, kobolds, love. He speaks quickly, raising his hand before him as though shielding himself from attack. I'm not going to attack these guys. The kobold steps back in fear. Tartuk, king, love. Tartuk. Tartuk, love. I understand your plight, but I fear I can't help you. I'd only lead you further astray. I hope you find what you're searching for. Yeah. XP. Old kobold continues to stare after your answer. He turns away from you as if you cease to exist. Okay. Kobolds quickly gather and leave into the woods. Peace out. Thanks, fellas. Leave any stuff behind? You did. Got that. Whatever that was. Ooh, this over here. Oh yeah, I want that. Campus supply. Woo -woo. All right, let's see what they left behind. You saw that they left a camp, by the way. Oops.
I'm off.
They left a camp, a fire that we can actually click on and actually rest there, I believe. So that's kind of cool. But we don't need it, so I'm not going to use it. The question will be, will I actually remember that it's there later on in the game when I can actually run by the area? Ooh, hey, box of cool stuff. Probably won't. I know me. I'll totally space out that it's there, and we'll never visit this spot again. Unless I'm looking for a treasure that I never picked up, like I didn't spot it with a perception check, and I happen to know that it's in this area. Or Irby's. But yeah, you could totally rest there. So it's kind of a waste that we rested ahead of time, but we didn't know. It's one of those things. Okay, so again, we need to head back to base because we need Harem. We have something to have to do at base anyway. Here's clearly where we want to go. We want to do the Swamp Witch's Hut, Troll Clearing, Dwarven Ruins, anything else that we might find down here. But again, it's probably for the best that we go to town, pick up the proper team. Okay, gonna click save on the way back. It seems so weird we can't cross here. Random encounter, and again, it's a cutscene one because we don't have an option. We saw something that probably no one else had ever seen before. Beside the blazing campfire stood a kobold who had wrapped himself in a worn-out elven robe. On the far side of the clearing, 3 enormous trolls shuffled their feet, hesitating. The kobold stretched out his calloused paws and with immense gravity hissed and mumbled incomprehensibly. We could barely even guess at what all this meant. So we have a stealth check to move closer, or a lore nature check. We went around the glade unnoticed, using the creek to hide, so we can leave the area, I think, is what they're telling us. I'm curious, though. Let's stealth this. We only need a 1. A 1 would be a failure still, I think, though. So basically a 2 or 2 all the way up to 20, and we actually passed this check. Succeeded. Hiding behind the elm trees, we crept close enough to hear the mysterious kobold's mumblings. Intelligence check. Ooh, a nice +6. And that's my check, no less. Very nice. Perception check, though, which we'll definitely pass. Or a charisma check, which we probably won't pass. Let's do the perception one. We tried to make sense of what was happening by interpreting gestures and body language. This will give this teammate the XP, so that's why I'm doing this one. Succeeded at a perception check. It seemed like the kobold was shaming the trolls for cowardice. Hissing and grunting, he repeated Hargulka several times, causing the trolls to tuck their heads and slouch a little deeper each time. It must have been a name of a very important troll, a chieftain, a pack leader, or someone they regarded as an authority. Whatever the case, the kobold's words hit their target. One of the trolls, the tallest and mightiest one, stood straight and stepped forward. His enormous claw involuntarily scratched at his bloodied shoulder, which held a burned-in pattern. Okay, so this is a marked troll. The other troll's shoulders looked to have the same pattern as though they'd all been branded. The kobold stretched his arms toward the troll, his sleeves still on fire. Flames, 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 the kobold hissed menacingly in common. Flames, 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 the trolls replied in their own tongue. The brave troll stepped closer to the campfire. We couldn't imagine a more opportune time to strike. Okay, so we have 2 choices. We can do a strength check to try to push one of the trolls into the fire, which is funny. Or dexterity check. We stealthily threw a stone at the kobold. Now again, +4 versus +5. We're going with the +5. Yeah, the rock struck the kobold right in the forehead. Bam! The spellweaver went down like a tree. It was clear he'd be out for quite some time, but the trolls were ready for battle, and they were very, very angry. Well, time to summon some pets, I'm thinking. Doggo, delay your turn. There, proto. You know what to do. We need a front line. Move your ass. That's right, you guys are all about to die. Oof, that's pretty.
I grant you death.
Nice. Now this one's down but not dead. Remember, we need an acid to kill him. I think even fire works now that he's down, by the way, but I don't know that for a fact. These guys are also immune to fire damage while they're standing up, so I'm not going to try it. Dora, on the other hand, has a cantrip. Can you hit this fool? Yeah! 1 down, 2 to go. when the shaman's down, but could get up any moment, so that's a thing. I'm going to have the doggo delay again to the very end. Let him wheel on the skeletons, then the doggo can come in and do some hell. Eliza, why don't you do a nice little acid bomb with these fools to start off the damage. Oof. Juby, you know what you're doing, bro.
Ha! Primitives.
Big ass flash in the face. Come over here. Doggo, I want you to circumvent this mess. You're going to eat that guy before he has a chance to get up. You, on the other hand, are going to do delay after your champions. Let them engage. Shield with the sneak attack. And finish off one of these jackasses probably as a result.
Die!
Oof. No, but pretty solid damage. Oh, hell yeah. And your turn, Ekon.
Cannot hide from me.
Nice. Oh, big whiff. Can't hit him every time, Ekon. That's okay, bro. Let's do some cold damage on our weapon.
This will hurt!
There we go. Got hit with an attack of opportunity on that side. I forget that they have the long reach. Little bastards. But happy to bomb them with some more acid. That guy's just taking it on the chin. Doobie.
Will
I'm the one
they
in the back
ever
now.
learn?
There we go. This one's almost dead. Excuse me. Alright, that one is dead. Oh, he just straight up died. Boom, Proto.
Out of my way!
Beautiful. Ekon.
Nowhere to run.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You should have run!
Boom, you die. Good work, team. Ooh, fat loots.
Follow if you dare.
And foods. You got anything else on this map that's kind of weird? Yeah, something over there. We'll catch it in a circle. Alright. It's kind of an interesting little wilderness encounter. Just a little random as hell. Follow these guys.
In
Oh, you got a little treasure trove. Ooh, pendant. Oh, I missed something up here too. Oh, just herbs. That's okay. We'll take them. Because they're free. Alright, this video again has gone on probably long enough. Let's actually go to the overland map and then I'll stop the video and start it again. Oh, let's see, how are we doing? We're cruising on our way home, right? I think so. Yeah, we're going back to get Hiram. Alright, let's see. Alright, be right back, guys.